Disclaimer. Before I begin, I do want to inform you that I go hard and real with what I am about to say on this episode. If you cannot handle the truth, my sense of humor, sarcasm, and explicit language, then I advise you to not listen. This episode will contain words that may be triggering, so listen per your discretion. Without further ado, sit back and enjoy.
Welcome back to another episode of yours truly. It is I, your one and only host, Druelee, of course. Let me add an addition to my disclaimer. As I progress into my podcast and talk about certain topics, just know that I am in a better place in my life. This podcast is for those who are listening and are in need of advices, and I'm willing to expand my very own life experiences to those who are going through the same shit that I did. And just know that you are not alone. Also, this podcast is also for entertainment purposes as well. I love to make people laugh, and let's just get some laughter in life instead of taking things seriously. I will also let you guys know if I am being serious. The purpose of me creating this podcast is to help me along my self-love healing journey to singlehood, to let people know this is how life is after divorce, and that everything will be okay at the end if you work hard at becoming the best version of yourself. So please, don't forget that, and I hope that you guys enjoy the entire episode. In my previous episode, I did mention that one of the reasons why I finally decided to end my marriage with Lost Boy was him cheating on me. But before I get into that, I did my research on cheating, or if you want to call it infidelity, and I found that there were many ways of cheating besides the typical physical cheating where your partner sleeps with another person. All that, typical things that we hear in the media or within people that we know. I'll provide links to the websites where I found information on cheating so you guys can read more about them in depth. So far from what I've read, there are 7 types of cheating that can happen in a relationship. So what is cheating or infidelity? Based on the definition of infidelity from choosingtherapy.com, infidelity is a violation of the prior agreement between partners regarding their sexual and or emotional exclusivity. Monogamy, or the practice of having one partner at a time, is the central relationship arrangements in Western culture. All infidelities defy the assumed or stated agreement for monogamy, whether that is through an emotional attachment or physical interaction. So based on what I've researched so far, there are 7 types of cheating, and I'll go through them with you guys. The first one, of course, we all know what that is physical. Physical or sexual connection outside of the relationship, meaning having sexual relation with other people, kissing and hugging another person in an intimate level. You guys know what that is already, right? Okay. Number 2, emotional. Emotional attachment or intimacy with another person. So to go in depth with that, it's basically telling another person how you feel about your current relationship and you being more vulnerable about your feelings towards another person or to another person. So meaning that if you have issues with your partner and you can't confide with them, but you're able to express your emotions towards another person, that can lead to cheating as well. Number 3, cyber. With cyber, it means that if you're engaging in online messages, chats, forums, social medias, or groups with sexual content. With that, it means you're saving another person's social media as a friend for either physical or emotional gain. You're liking or commenting on another person's very sexual pictures. If you like the opposite sex, you basically will save them as a friend and start liking their comments and commenting on them as well. Or another thing will be watching porn or any sexual videos in secret to where your partner don't know that you're watching porn and, jacking up and and coming without them. Yeah, I was a bit surprised about that because I've heard a lot of people saying that when their partner watches porn, that's considered cheating. For me, I wouldn't think it was cheating. I just thought that it was just something that they enjoy doing by themselves. But apparently, that's also considered as cheating. I'm surprised about that. Let's go to the fourth one. The fourth one would be object. And with that, it's an obsession or interest outside of the relationship that can result in what is known as an object of fear. So with this situation is where one partner is more focused on something such as their work or their phone, which causes a distraction from the relationship. So with men, it could be spending more time on gaming, fishing, hunting, hanging out with the boys, doing sports. And as for women, it could be too much time spending at the clubs, at the bar, shopping, being too busy with our jobs. So basically dedicating most of our time outside of the relationship. And we see that other things are more important than the relationship. I wouldn't think that's a cheating thing, but obviously that's part of the types of cheating that I've been reading so far. And it does make sense because I do see a lot of men, they do value their own personal time spending with games, especially in fishing and hunting and hanging out with the boys, and especially with women too, go out to the bars, going clubbing, or even shopping. Yeah, that can be very obsessive, but I can see that could be another cheating thing within the relationship. The fifth one would be financial. So with that, it means that one person may be deceitful about how much money they earn, how they earn their money, how much debt they owe, and how they spend or loan out money. They may even have money hidden away in cash or other bank accounts that their partners does not know about. I mean, I heard people that have done that where they hide money or they secretly go shopping and they don't reveal how much they spend and their partner doesn't know how much they spend. And so, yeah, I wouldn't think that was cheating, but I think if you're hiding something and your partner doesn't know, especially when it comes to like money, yeah, I could see that as like cheating in a way because it's kind of like you're more obsessed with your money than the relationship itself, right? And let me know if I'm correct or not. But yeah, financial is also part of the type of cheating. The sixth one would be micro, which is a term for actions that bother a partner, such as flirting, but there is no intention of straying outside of the relationship. So with that, I can see that, let's say if you and your partner are going out to an outing or whatnot, a friend's outing or whatnot, and then you see your partner flirting with another person. And when you guys go back home, you mention to your partner that you didn't like how that person was flirting with your partner. They may think that, there's nothing wrong with it. But when someone or when your partner stressed to you that they don't like certain things that their partner is doing, but then they don't acknowledge that or they don't respect that, that's also considered as cheating as well too. Even if your partner is not physically like cheating on the other person or doing something more within the content, but still, as a person, if you feel that what your partner is doing is going overboard and they don't listen or they don't acknowledge that, that's also considered as cheating too. Wow, I never thought of it that way. I just thought it's like you just gotta be honest with how you feel, but just acknowledge what your partner is feeling and don't do that again. I just advise that. And then the last one, of course, would be combined, where the 6 types of cheating that I listed so far, people can have a combination of them, whether a person can have emotional, physical cheating, or they can have cyber and emotional cheating. They can have objects and financial cheating all together. So basically, when the infidelity includes more than one type. Those are the 7 types of cheating that I found so far while I did my research online. And again, like I mentioned, I will definitely give you guys links to 2 of the websites that I read on types of cheating. I do believe that everyone is entitled to have their own definition of how far cheating can go when they are in a relationship. Some people don't believe watching porn, talking to other people via social media, or hiding money is a form of cheating, where it is a deal breaker. However you define cheating, make sure you yourself vocalize that to your partner so that they know what those are. And you also need to know their no-goes when it comes to cheating. At the same time, don't be provoking them and purposely doing those things knowing they are not okay with you doing those types of cheating that I mentioned earlier. Respect each other not to do it. And if you cannot do those things, then just stay away from a relationship. There's no point of you being in it if you can't be respectful and you can't be loyal. Throughout me and Lost Boy dating stage and getting into our years in marriage, I have to say that, Lost Boy have never cheated on me, nor have I caught him cheating. Y'all can say that, why would I consider him cheating? After all, he walked out and his action proved that he was done with me. You guys have to understand that he may say that we weren't together after I caught him. However, he wasn't a man enough to actually divorce me correctly in our cultural way. Just know that he was culturally married to me. We may have problems in our marriage. However, he walked out the second time, packed up all his stuff, whatever he thought that he owned, and moved in with his parents. He never really verbally said to me that we were done or mentioned that he was going to divorce me. He just left as if he needed space, just like he did the first time. For me, I just assumed that he would do the right thing and actually divorce me. Clearly, he did not. And at that time, our communication sucked. And, we could have ended things clearly, but we were too immature to end it peacefully and respectfully. And like I mentioned, you may say that he didn't cheat. However, as for me, because we were so culturally married and I value my marriage, I consider that cheating. By not divorcing me properly per our culture and actually starting a new relationship while still married to me was disrespectful in our marriage, our families, and especially towards me. I also believe his lost parents had a huge influence on him cheating. He is a grown man, but on the inside, he's still a little boy who needs lost mommy and daddy to help him figure out his life. I'm sure lost parents told him, well, since your wife don't want you anymore, you can go find someone else. Just know from my understanding, lost parents have a history of cheating themselves. And I'm sure Lost Boy thinks that it's normal to cheat. When it came to listening, he would rather listen to his parents than me. I know, very typical Asian guy. But I did what I had to do to divorce his ass because there were a couple of things that I would not tolerate if we supposedly got back together. For those who are stuck and is still with someone that cheated on you, I know that it's hard to let go of that person and move on. However, listen to my reason as to why I never gave Lost Boy a second chance, even if we did had a chance. Because we even talked about, when I was still with him, we will say that if I cheated, he would never take me back. But if he cheated, I would take him back. Because at the time, I believe in second chances. But the moment when you actually are in it, you're living that type of cheating world or whatever you want to call it. For me personally, I knew myself that I wouldn't give him a second chance in creating this life together. Like I mentioned, there are a couple of things that I didn't want to go back with him, and I'll let you guys know what those are. The first one will be that I'm a selfish lover. When it comes to me and my man, I will do whatever I can to be with this person. It's me and him. I don't want to share him. I'm very selfish like that. It's to the point where I don't want him to be around his parents. I don't want him to be around his mom, his sisters, his friends. It's gonna be me or nobody. That's just who I am. I'm very selfish like that. And if he thinks that he can have his mom around me or be part of our relationship, or his sisters to be part of our relationship, or even his exes, no, that's not how it goes with me. When you're with me, you're with me. Nobody else fucking matters. So obviously Lost Boy didn't think like that. And so I don't know. For me, the moment when I saw him with his new side girl, I already know that I do not want to do that. I'm not gonna share with him with another bitch. Fuck that. It's either go with me or nobody. And if it's not me, then fuck you. You can go and be with that bitch. Okay. So knowing myself, I'm very selfish. Okay. I don't want to share. Second thing is, I'm not gonna be his wife staying at home, doing wife duty while he's out there fucking another bitch and having a side chick. No, that's not how it's gonna go. You think that you're gonna play around and make me a fool? No, motherfucker, you're gonna be the fool, okay? I've heard a lot of stories. I'm seeing a lot of people, a lot of married women who still stick around with their husband, and even though he has told her that he wouldn't cheat anymore, he still did. And he made her a fool to make her believe that he wouldn't do that. But yet he's still dead and he's still fucking around and he has a side chick. My thing is that I like I point out on my first reason as to why I wouldn't give him a second chance, because I'm selfish. I'm gonna be the only bitch, the only woman in his life. And if he's gonna have number 2 and number 3, fuck out of there. Like I'm done. Like I'm not gonna be fighting over you. Like hell the fuck no. And then that leads to number 3. I don't want to deal with no baby mama drama, child support shit. Like the time. Okay, just imagine this. Just imagine that we're still together. Okay. And, I have a hard time getting pregnant or whatever. Because I had a hard time getting pregnant. But his side chick, whoever the fuck he fucked with, I knew in the back of my mind that if he fucked another bitch, he would get her pregnant. And I know that I do not want to be in that situation. Like, why am I still going to be with this motherfucker and still have to deal with him? And if he gets another bitch pregnant, then I have to deal with that. And then what happens if he doesn't work out with his side chick and then she ends up child supporting his ass, and then that's going to affect me? That's just too much drama. It's like, I'm not about to be in that fucking life. So I knew that, if I take this motherfucker back and he's still fucking around with his side chick and she ended up pregnant, which she did, then that means I have to deal with that baby mama drama. And then if shit don't go well, then she's going to try to support his ass, and that's going to fuck with our money. And that leads on to the second one, where I'm not going to fucking share with him with her. Hell the fuck no. And then just have to share him with his child. Hell the fuck no. And then it leads back to number 1. I'm selfish like that. Like, come on. Like, I had to think that way. It's just because I'm not gonna deal with that drama. It's just too much, And you guys, who the fuck? Like, come on, ladies. Why would you want to put yourself in that situation where you have to deal with that? You have to deal with his dumbass and then his side chick dumbass and then their fucking babies that they fucking created, and then you got nobody, you got no baby, and then you have to deal with this? Like, come on, like, fuck out of there. It's not to say that I can't handle the situation. I am sure that I can, but you guys just think about it, okay? With your peace of mind, you don't want to deal with all that drama shit. Like, if you're the type of person that loves drama, go right ahead. Go ahead and still be with the cheating guy and deal with him, his side chick, and his side babies. But if you're like me, where you rather, live a peaceful life and don't have to deal with all that nasty, trashy ass shit, then I advise you to just, dip out of this motherfucking relationship and be on your own. That's all I'm saying. And then it goes to number 4. He thinks that he can still get away with it. I believe that the first time when a guy cheats, so from a woman perspective, okay, guys, if you're listening, you can, switch it around. Same thing goes to women as well too. But me as a woman, the way I see is that if a guy cheat one time and you're willing to take him back, knowing that he can cheat again, he knows deep down that he can cheat again and he can still get away with it. And because of that, I knew that, he can fool me once, but the second time, he ain't gonna fool me, because the second time will never happen, because I will no longer be there. And I decided that, he thinks that he can just go around, like, go fuck with other bitches while I'm at home, trying to, like, resolve our marriage by myself while he's out there slaying his dick around. No, that's not how it's gonna work. So that's how I've decided, this is no point. It's like, once you start cheating and fucking around, I know I was done with it. And then that will lead to number 5. All I know is that if he's out there fucking around, fucking other bitches, even if he claims that he's not, but apparently I know he is fucking other bitches, he ain't clean no more. I'm sorry. If a man thinks that a woman sleeping with another man makes her unclean. Well, I feel the same way with the guy. If the guy's out there fucking around, like he's married, but he's fucking other bitches behind his wife's back, he ain't clean no more. He dirty. And that leads to number 6. I don't want to catch no diseases, okay? Like, what happens if he's fuck a bitch and she has, I don't know, transmitted disease, or she has HIV or whatever, right? And then if he sleeps with me, I'm gonna catch it. So I'm not gonna deal with that. Like, he's not clean anymore. His dick's not clean anymore. Like, it's been to other bitches' pussy, and no, I'm not gonna deal with that. That's, for me, that's unclean. That's just dirty. And the way I see it, yeah, he's really dirty. So that's just my thinking. You guys don't have to agree with me, but for me, if he cheats, he's not clean no more. That's all I gotta say. And number 7, the last and final, and the only reason why, with him cheating, it woke me up, just because I find that was the last draw into our relationship, to our marriage. Because let's say that he didn't cheat on me, and I didn't catch him with his side chick, then yeah, maybe we could have worked things out. I don't know, who knows? But with that, I just knew that, you know what, he's not worth it. My worth is much more than his. Throughout all the years that I was with him, and in this marriage, in this relationship, at the end of it all, he's not worth it. So I knew that, you know what, I need to work on myself. I need to break this shit off, divorce this motherfucking ass, and, create something of my own, and be a new version of myself. And I understand that some women out there, it's really hard for you to come out of it, to actually tell yourself that you're worth more than just him, just being there for him and dealing with his cheating ass. Let me tell you guys, the moment when you realize how much you're worth more, and that how valued you are than that person that cheated on you, then it'll be easy for you to let the motherfucker go. Because it was easy for me to let him go right after I saw that. Again, those are some of the things that I would not tolerate. So even if, let's say we were giving a second chance, no, I wouldn't give him a second chance. Like, the first time you cheat on me, you fuck me over, there's no second time, because the first time is the last time for me. And if you think that you can get away with it and make me a fool, no, motherfucker, the only fool is you. You can fuck around all you want, but when it comes to me, don't be doing that to me, because karma's going to get you, and you're going to get what you deserve. And my thing is that, I've never cheated. I like, throughout the whole marriage, like, I thought about cheating, like emotionally cheating on Lost Boy, but I didn't. Because you know why? Because I love him too much to do that. Like, why would I want to hurt someone that I am in love with, or that I am in this marriage with? I would never do that. But for him, the way I see is that he's very selfish, and he didn't really care about me and my emotions. So it goes to show that if a guy is willing to cheat on you, he doesn't really love you. He's just using you. And the only reason why he keeps cheating is because you're allowing him to do that. And the only way for you to break that apart is for you to just exit out of the relationship. And I get it. It's really hard to move on and to let go of that person. But you guys, trust me, the moment when you do it, you don't have to worry about nobody cheating on you anymore. Just know that the only reason why the person cheated on you is because of them, not you. Don't be so hard on yourself. Do not blame yourself. And don't say, was it my fault that he cheated? Was I not good enough that he cheated? No. They cheated because they are insecure of themselves. And that's it. It's them, their problem, their own personal problem. It has nothing to do with you. You were not the one that cheated on them. They were the one that cheated on you. That's something that they need to personally work on themselves, figure out who they are, and get the shit together. Because at the end of it all, it's not your fault that you got cheated on. It's their fault. So keep that in mind. Don't be so hard on yourself. And please do not blame it on yourself, because, like I said, it's not you that did it. That's them. It's their problem. I could say that with Lost Boy, the reason why he decided to, not be a man and divorce me correctly and supposedly cheat is because he did not want to deal with our situation, our marriage problem. And the only way for him to escape or find something to, busy himself or make himself busy was to just leech off of another person, a person who is very easy to manipulate and to, I don't know, have a good time, you can say. And from what I see is that, yeah, he just didn't want to deal with the marriage problems, and that was his only way to escape from it. And you guys, that's not a way to solve any problems or to get away with your problems that you have within your marriage or within yourself. Because regardless of what you did or if you cheated on your partner, that problem is still going to be there and it's going to follow you to the next relationship. So you may think that by, leeching off of other person and starting a new relationship when you haven't ended your previous relationship currently, that it's going to follow you. And if you don't fix it, it's going to follow you to your next relationship. You may hide it, you may avoid it, you may ignore it, but guess what? It's going to be there. And, you're going to pretty much hold on to it, or it's going to be another baggage you'll add to your shoulders. So on that note, yeah, it's best to just work on your situation and your problems, come up with a solution and deal with it. Because if not, going to a new relationship ain't gonna solve anything. It ain't gonna help you with jack shit. So, like I said, I might as well just, deal with it. It's not that hard to deal with your problems. The way that I see is that if you're having problems dealing with it, that means you have a problem with yourself, that you're trying to find a way to escape your problems. But guess what? Reality check, you cannot avoid or ignore your problems. It's going to be there whether you like it or not. And if not, you're just a shitty ass person. But for those who has been cheated on, please do not be the one cheating the other person. Like, do not stoop to the level. Like, be better. Work on yourself, become the best version of yourself. And by the time you might meet somebody who's way better than the person that you were with before, And I know I don't have much of a cheating story, but that was close to what I deemed as cheating. And my thing is that, ladies and gents, know your worth. If you get cheated on the first time, don't let it happen the second time, because there will never be a second time. The first time will always have to be the last. You just got to be a strong person to break the relationship and move forward. And if you guys want one-on-one advice or how to actually deal with it afterwards, write to me on my Dear Sister letters and I will gladly respond. But in the meantime, yeah, cheating is no joke. It's not fun. But all I know is that please know your worth. Know that you are worth more than just sticking around in that relationship and getting cheated on over and over again. And I get it, for those who have kids, it's a lot harder. I get it. And for me, and the only reason why it's a lot easier for me to move on is, yes, I don't have kids with him. So it was easy for me to just walk out and make it official to not be with him anymore, But for those who have kids, I wouldn't know what to say on that end. But if you are strong enough to, take your kids and actually end the relationship, I give you kudos, because that, all the mamas out there and all the dads out there that have to deal with their partners cheating on them while having kids, like that can be a lot for one person. But do what you need to do to get out of that relationship, because it is not worth being cheating on over and over again, especially when there's family members that enables that person to cheat on you. Especially within my Hmong community, a lot of parents, a lot of uncles and aunts, even siblings, they would rather side with the sons, knowing that he was in the wrong because he cheated. While you as a wife were the one that was a good wife, that did everything correctly, supposedly, cook, clean. You it doesn't matter if you're good looking, you're ugly or whatever, you still get cheated on regardless. Look at me. I'm not saying I'm ugly, but I'm good looking as a person. I do what I need to do to be a human being. I know for right or wrong. I want what's best for us, but in the end, I still get cheated on. So it doesn't matter if you're a good person. It doesn't matter if you are good looking. You're still gonna get cheated on. And people who relate to the person that cheated on you with, they're gonna enable him to do that. They're not going to slap his hand. And I've seen a lot of times when a woman is known to cheat, and everyone's mom, aunts, and uncle has a bitch fit about her doing that. But when the person does it, when the man does the cheating, she gets the blame from it. Meaning that, abuse it because she's not giving him enough sex? She's not giving him kids? Is she not cooking or cleaning for him? Is she not doing enough at home? That's why he's cheating. So then my question would be, is that how can a man cheat and not get bitched at or shamed at? But when a woman cheats, she gets slaughtered with hateful words. She gets shamed or even get physically abused because, us as a woman, that we're not supposed to cheat. I don't get that. Maybe other culture does that, but the way that I see it with my culture, I seen a lot of women and some men who still not encourage but enables the person to cheat, and that's really sad. That's something that we as a culture need to change. And if we don't change that, a lot of us women would die in the hands of our husbands, of our partners. So ladies, if the cheating continues on, this is basically your fault because you're not doing what you need to do to get the fuck out of that relationship. That's the only way the cheating will stop, is when you remove yourself from that relationship and go on with your life. There's no point of staying in the relationship if you can cheat on. And I get it if you're married to this person or if you have kids with this person. I know it's a lot harder, but like I said, if you take that step, stop being afraid of what everybody has to say. Stop being afraid of what people are going to view you. At the end of the day, people are going to point their fingers at you, saying that, well, that's your fault. You allow yourself to continue to live in this lie of this marriage and for allowing him to continue cheating on you. So you as an individual need to ask yourself and need to be strong and brave enough to leave. And that's the only way you will have respect for yourself and for you to know your worth. Because like I said, don't be on his level, because if he's cheating on you and you're going to cheat on him too, you're the same level as him. We don't want to be that. We got to be a level higher than our cheaters, okay? But on that note, here is my final message to all of these motherfucking cheaters and cheating enablers. To all my cheaters and cheating enablers, this is my personal message to you. Shame on you as parents for influencing and allowing your child to cheat by saying it's okay because it's part of the culture. Shame on you as the woman in the family to allow your person to cheat by not stepping in and telling them that what they are doing is wrong towards the partner. Shame on you as the men in the family to allow your person to cheat by telling them that as men, they can only cheat and women can't, and that's part of manhood. Lastly, shame on you, the one who actually did the motherfucking cheating. Because of your low self-esteem and insecurities, let me repeat that. Because of your low self-esteem and insecurities, you allow other people's word to control your dumb ass action. Grow the fuck up and take control of your own fucking life. If you cannot commit wholeheartedly, honestly, and respectfully to your partner, don't even think about getting married or be in a relationship in the first place. All right, guys, that is all that I have for this episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed my funny opinions about cheating, and please take my advice, because just think about it. If you're not getting cheating on, you're living a happy and peaceful life. So on that note, thank you so much for always tuning in, listening in, and supporting me. And as always, I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.